200 years. So I was forced to do for myself to save myself. So I got in the law library. I eventually started write rid of habeas corpus, write time reductions. Over 20 years, I was able to get it ran together and reduced down to 50 years. And they let me out of prison after doing 20 years. But I'm telling a lot of you young people, a lot of the traps that you're going to be confronted, that you still going to be confronted with today, that I had to do some internal work on myself to understand the external work on what I need to see when I'm out here in the world. See, this sign here that I have up here, this sign says a whole lot that we need to understand. Who can read? You can read what that sign says? Who can read this? Yes, sir. Do y'all understand what that means? The eyes are useless if the mind is blind. See, you can see a lot of glitter, you can see a lot of gold out here, you can see a lot of paper like this here, but if your mind can't deal and keep up with what's going on out here, the traps of the world, you will not know how to deal with the traps of the world. Because one of the issues that I deal with, that I didn't know how to deal with when I was growing up as a teenager, was self-esteem. You know what self-esteem is? And peer pressure. Yes, sir. How you deal with peer pressure? What's up, fool? You ain't down with us, dog? You smoking, player? Huh? Let me get this, player. You down with us? Oh, you scared? Huh? Come on, dog. What's up, man? I got your back, fool. Huh? Look me in. I see, one thing about aggressive people that's trying to capture you, what I'm looking for, to look through your eyes to see where your heart is. And a lot of times they always say, you got to have a heart, dog. You got to have a heart, fool. You ain't never heard nobody say that? Where your heart at, fool? And how I'm going to notice your heart, I'm going to look through your eyes and see if you're going to look at me as a man to confront me that you got the same strength that I got. But if you're looking down, scared to look me in the eyes, see, I tell young people this all the time, that either you're going to learn here or you're going to learn when you get to jail. Look, you're going to either learn here right now in this world out here with somebody trying to teach you, but they got a bunch of people that's been in jail will teach you with these things wrapped around. And it don't look good. See, I don't like, how many y'all, this suit fit everybody. How old you got to be to go to jail? 10 years old? How old are you, Blair? You can go to jail. Look here, stand up. You kind of too little to go to jail. But they got people your size in jail. Let me show you. That's real talk. Real talk. They got people your size in jail. See that little dude on him? They put him on milk cards. Make him stand. See him on milk card? Right there, 10 years old. Bring it home. So it's even at your age, have to understand what's going on in this world at 10 years old. Y'all know why this 10-year-old is in jail? Listen, we live in this kind of world. Y'all know why this, you can sit down and think of that. Y'all know why this 10-year-old kid is in jail. He's on the Hector Garza unit in San Antonio. This young kid is on the Hector Garza unit in San Antonio. He's on the Hector Garza unit in San Antonio because at these schools now, we're dealing with these schools, the prison pipeline. Go ahead. Tell that. If you looked at the paper, this young man that was out there in Pearland just had to fight the principal, the district attorney and all, because he found $10 on the bail ground and they tried to send him to jail on $10 that was a counterfeit money. So they tried to send our kids to jail even though you're a good kid. Straight A's. They don't even have the power to sit down and make a rational decision about somebody that got straight A's and he found a $10 bill on the floor at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's cool. They took him straight to jail. And put his mama and daddy all through kind of pressure to save him from being put in the prison, school to prison pipeline, 10 years old. Y'all know why his 10-year-old is in jail? Because his mother, most mothers, listen young men, today in this world we live in, most mothers tell their daughters, if somebody touch you in the wrong place at that school, if somebody touch you in an inappropriate, most mothers tell their daughters that. Right. Somebody touch you in an inappropriate way, you better go tell somebody. Yeah. We live in that kind of world, y'all. Yeah. And most of the time, the school system have no power that if a little girl say that, you know, you like to play, run around the wreck yard, playing tag and run, slapping on the behind. You slap the little girl and run. Listen, you want to play. You think she cute. And you know, you know how we flirt with them little girls in different kind of ways. You know what? Sometimes we push them. You know why he push her? He like you. Yeah, you know it. You hit her and you run. She say, quit touching me. Quit hitting me. He 10, he don't understand. He paying tag and he running. She went and told the teacher that he kept hitting on the behind. Teacher did what most teachers have to do. In the law requires teachers have to. If somebody tells you he keep hitting me on the behind, and most teachers turn it over to what? People in authority. And the police job is not to talk to you, not to do it. His job is to make sure it goes down the chain of command. It goes down the chain of command. And most of the time, especially little brown boys and black boys, when you get to that courtroom, in the front of those judges, they have no love and sympathy for you. It's no mercy when you get in that courtroom. He's locked up for 10 years on the Hector Garvey. This young man, 10 years old, have 10 years for a sexual assault for playing touch and run because he didn't know how to stop playing. And a lot of y'all in the room just don't know how to stop playing. That's why I tell a lot of y'all got these phones in your hand. You got these phones in your hand, and you're so caught up in this internet and this Facebook, and you got these pictures of this young brother on there. He got $17 in his hand, and he's shooting gang signs on Facebook talking about, I'm $17 hard. Now that picture gonna follow him the rest of his life on Facebook, shooting gang signs, and when people in the jury, if you ever go to court, like that young man that went to court, that them 12 police stomped, beat up. Y'all remember that young man? Chad Holly, the 12 police beat him up? When he went to court, he was about to beat the case. But he had an all-white jury, and they were looking at him, and that jury, the district attorney put up on that big slide, they put him up on the big slide with his homeboys with some pistols on that, doing some gang signs, and the attitude of the jury changed like, whoa. Don't want him on the street. He deserved to get that whooping that he gave him. Here go a 3-year-old with a blunt in his mouth, shoot the middle finger. And here go a young man that he may not never get a job in this world because you know why? Look at his face. He didn't figure out that to deal with his problem, he must put tattoos all over his face. And he eventually, if you don't work, you don't do what?
Don't eat. Bring it home. Good session.
These are some of the young men that I work with. What kind of conflict you done came into since you from El Salvador, you come over here, he come from a place where right now the MS-13 gangs are at war with each other down there. They doing straight up killing down there where he's from. He had to come from El Salvador to make it to America. He come to America to appreciate a lot of things that we in the black community don't appreciate. So he come from El Salvador to get something that you think that you already got, but he want to get some of it. But he had to fall and he woke himself up. Where did you go to?
Man, when I first started off here in this community in Houston, man, growing up, I dealt with a lot of problems in the neighborhood because I didn't have a father figure. I didn't have a father figure in my life, so therefore I roamed the streets, building my foundation of what I thought a man was by looking at this man selling dope, looking at this other man with disrespect. How do you get that money? How do you get that car? And I wanted that. It caught my attention. And I went out and I started asking. I was getting involved. And what they showed me? How to use dope, how to sell it, how to use a pistol. And eventually I got so caught up, by the time I was 13 years old, I was already a drug addict and an alcoholic. By the time I was 18, I had already been locked up for 2 dope cases, a pistol case, and a PI. As an adult, by the time I was 21, I was already on my way to prison for 4 strings of armed robbery, which I did. They gave me 10 years, did 7.5. I came back out, and I struggled so much to get right. And I had to pray every night, hoping that I can get my mind right. I eventually came to a program that's called Unlimited Visions, and it helped me as a felon find a job, go back to school, and today I am a recovery coach. And today I go back out into the streets and help people just like me when I was younger, to keep them off the drugs, keep them off the alcohol, gang intervention, and we try to put you somewhere where you can be about something and be somebody. I appreciate y'all for your time.
Thank you. This is another young man. This is another young man. He come from Mexico. His family come from Mexico.
And my family come from Mexico, from the other side of the border. They strove to come to the United States so that we could strive and become somebody in our life. And when I was growing up, I used to be an athlete. I used to play a lot of sports. And at 13 years old, I started jamming to the rap industry, and it made me want to do the same things that they were doing. And so I started picking up the habit of smoking weed, popping bars, and sipping drink. At that time, drink was a little bit cheaper. So at 15, when I was 15, I met this one girl, and at 18, I had my first baby, and my daughter at 19. So I was making a little bit of money. I was working at a construction. I had to drop out of school so that I could start working at a construction company, but I wasn't making enough money, so I had to go to a drug dealer. I started selling, and it got me into a bad situation. I took a wrong turn, and now I'm also a recovery coach, trying to help the adolescents reach their full potential and make something happen with their lives, because there's nothing out there good waiting for them if they choose to live a bad life.
Thank you. And I just want to say this.
Point in time, it really matters if he's fighting for his life, what church I go to or what mosque I go to. At this point in time, do you really think any of that matters? This brother needs some help, regardless of where it comes from right now. So what God has led, an amazing story took place. There's a street in Fifth Ward called Crane Street.
Come on.
There's a chain link fence between 2 little bitty houses where grandmothers raised black boys. One house I was being raised in the Christian church. On the other side of the fence, my Muslim brother was being raised to serve the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We never had a conversation growing up until one day, a situation, a man was down, hurting, and dying. And I looked up and realized every time I show to help somebody, there's another black man there too. His name is Brother Derek Muhammad. So we extended hands and said, no more BS. Let's help a brother up. And what God did was convince us we're better together than we are apart. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to follow your faith to the fullest, but don't get hooked up and hung up on your faith, your mosque, your church. Get hooked up and hung up on helping another brother up.
Go ahead, Jack.
Crime is high. Violence is high.
Deep.
The murder rate is high. Incarceration is high. Education is low. We don't have time to in-house fight over which Negroes got it right.
Come on, Jack.
We need to just simply come together on one accord, make our minds up of following brothers more important than where I worship at on Sunday morning.
Right.
If I show up in the hood on Monday morning, I made a bold statement a few weeks ago. I said that to me it's a travesty for the Muslim leader or the Christian pastor to take up a Sunday morning offering and not offer ourselves on Monday morning to our community and to our hood. I don't know how you feel about that, but I just believe we can make a difference.
That's right.
If we come together.
That's right.
So very briefly, don't have a lot of time, very briefly, today I was late because I had 2 funerals. Put 2 bodies in the ground today, and it's already 3, 4 o'clock. I already put 2 bodies in the ground. Your body could be next. Your son could be next. Your daughter could be next. Unless we come together and declare, and you're not cussing, I promise you, give me no more, say no more. No more. BS. BS. Now say it like you really think you're cussing, because then you'll say it with some authority. No more. No more. BS. BS. No more. No more. BS. BS. No more. No more. BS. BS. Now the first BS stands for bloodshed.
Right.
No more bloodshed. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of having to bury and funeralize and set up GoFundMe accounts for young black and young African American men and women who died too soon. Your potential does not belong in the grave. Your potential belongs on the athletic arena, in the classroom, in a boardroom. Your potential belongs somewhere where God can use you and do what He designed you to do. No more BS. No more bloodshed. So in order for me to declare no more BS, I got to start loving you, and you, and you, and you. Then convince you you're worth loving, because if you know you're worth loving, then you won't hurt him, you'll love on him back. And if I convince you your life has value, then you will value your life, therefore you value my life and his life. Now because he values your life, you're less likely to take his life or take my life. It all starts on how we see ourselves and see one another. No more BS. And then no more being stuck. The devil, he has a job. Kill, steal, and destroy. He gets you to think in your mind you're stuck in a negative situation. He gets you to think that because you are a sister raising children, you're stuck. He gets you to think that because you are on the wrong side, per se, of the track, you're stuck. But I'm declaring today, no more BS, no more being stuck. I promise you, whatever hand you've been dealt, I can find you somebody that won with that same hand. I can show you somebody who came through the same jack-up situation, the same mess, the same confusion, the same heartache, and they got up, made their mind up. I have enough in my hand to win. Well, matter of fact, you look at 2 of them right here.
Gotta believe that.
And every reason to lay it down and say, woe is me. Woe is me. But we made our minds up, no more BS, no more being stuck. And then you know what really trips me out? Because I do a lot of work in the hood, a lot of crimes, and I work with police sometimes, and we had leads to a case of someone being murdered, and then the people get scared and stop talking. No more BS. No more being silent. It doesn't make me hard because I don't talk about what I know. If I see you go and kill this brother, I'm going to tell. You can call me a snitch. You call me whatever you want to call me. But I'm not going to be silent another day. I'm sick and tired of seeing black men killed by black men, and we sit on the side and parking at them like I'm hard. No, you're not hard. You're a coward.
That's right.
If you was a real soldier,
Right.
you would say, he did it, lock him up.
Right.
Get him some help. No more being silent. Because as long as we're silent, the devil is winning.
That's right.
We can break that code right away. No more being silent. Because being silent is another BS. That's being scared. Because the reason you're really silent is not because you're hard. You're really scared. You're too scared to say what you know. So no more being scared.
Go ahead.
You
quiet
can't
on
speak out, and you can't make a difference. I'm declaring war against the gangsters.
That's right, bro. You speaking the truth.
I'm declaring war against everything that declares war against my hood. I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to be stuck. I'm not going to be silent. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to stand up, take back my hood. I'm a man up.
Right.
So I challenge you today to leave here with this impression that when God created you, He created you on purpose, with a purpose, and we're leaving here declaring no more BS.
Come on.
No more bloodshed, no more being scared,
right.
no more
right.
being silent, and no more being stuck. You owe yourself a better tomorrow by grabbing hold to your today. Rest.